My background starts with starting as a lawyer in prosecution for state and federal courts. I did that for about 25 years, and during the course of that I had interaction with a lot of tragedy in the lives of children, especially when it came to drug cases and violent crimes. And so I continued to do my job, but also started searching and asking the Lord to show me ways in which I might be able to more personally affect and help these children, especially the children of the mountains here in Kentucky and elsewhere in Appalachia. And so as I began to pray and seek, I also began to study and see models across the nation, such as in Texas and Tennessee, where folks, instead of using the foster care as the only option for children, we started looking at orphanage models and also youth ranch models. And what I came away with was a conclusion that a single family home with a Christian family living with children that are displaced because of the drug epidemic is one of the best examples that I could find.
My name's Kathleen Hinton. I'm out about 17.
17, wow. That's terrific.
A very, very, very distinguished place for needy kids here. I got these kids, I've had them, I'm going on 5 years, but I've had them on and off all their lives. Mother and father is drug users. You know, and that breaks my heart because that's my daughter, but it's sad, but these kids they wouldn't have a home. And these kids, they need stability most of all. Kids have to have a stable place in order to learn anything. Now, this is something, it hurts, it's really deep, and you know, it's hard for me to explain that kids have to be raised to respect their elders and to learn manners. Kids need stability to be taught a trade. These kids are learning that from the youth forum and Mr. Steve. They're learning these things with what they definitely need. They're learning what they need. And you know, kids, I've seen so many kids on the street. I have raised so many kids. You just don't know how many kids I've raised like these kids that I know what. And I've you know, I've lost stuff and come back with stuff, and they are tremendous help. The church, Mr. Steve, we love them. I can tell you that, we just love them. And you know, this place that they're building for kids that need it, it just needs done. It needs prospered and done. The Lord's will is behind it. You can feel Him. You can feel the change in these kids. You know, it's amazing. It amazes me when they go and come back and say, well, we put out tomatoes today, Mama, and taters, and corn is their favorite, whether they told anybody or not. That's their favorite. I live on a fixed income, groceries, big help to us. Yeah. Fresh fruits and vegetables, big help. Clothing, big help. Yeah. Now, I can't give you enough praise for what you've done. Now, I just can't do that because, you know, the Lord, if it wasn't for people like Mr. Steve and the church that they attend and people, I would never be able to make it with these.
Shine this little light of mine. Let it shine, this little light of mine. Joy up. Poke joy a wheel. I gonna ride a horse when I get bigger.
Nathaniel Pope Joy, and people call me Nate.
Have you seen the new house?
Yeah.
And could you describe it for the people, kind of what it's like?
It's big. Very, very big. Say that. Looks good.
You think it's going to hold a lot of kids?
Yeah. I say I had about like 20.
Okay.
Something like that.
And you know the house parents that are coming to stay there?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Elizabeth and Chris.
And have you got to know them through their mission trips up here from South Carolina?
Yeah.
And what can you tell the folks about those two?
They're like, I would say they're like a mom and dad to us.
Yeah. And you think they're going to be a good house parent for the youth ranch?
Yeah. I say the kids love them.
Okay. And do the kids have a nickname for them?
Yeah, Mama Bear and Papa Bear.
And so how long have you known Chris and Elizabeth?
What's it, 5 years? This will make the 5th year we've known.
Okay, tell us your name.
Noah Pope Julie.
And Noah, who you living with right now?
Hamel.
And what about brothers and sisters? You got a bunch of those?
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
2 sisters and 6 brothers.
Okay,
I count 7.
so you're one of 9.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you think about the new house?
It's good.
What's your favorite thing about it?
The balcony.
The balcony?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you like the garden pretty good?
Yes.
Have you eaten some stuff out of the garden?
Yes.
What kind of things are your favorite?
The tomatoes.
Tomatoes. All right. Are you growing some this year?
Yes.
Cool. So this house is intended to help kids that are needy. Do you think that'll be a good home for needy kids?
Yes.
And what about the living on the farm? Do you think kids will enjoy living on a farm?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about being out there on the farm?
Fishing and riding horse.
Okay. And what's some of the funnest things you've done?
Almost everything.
Say what?
Everything.
Oh, everything. Well, have you got any fish stories? Have you caught any fish lately?
Yes.
All right. What kind of fish have you caught?
Big bass.
And have you caught the biggest one of the day?
Yeah.
And what's your plans to do with that fish?
Eat it.
Have you helped clean it?
Yes.
So you're waiting on a cook to cook it for you?
Yes.
All right. Who's going to cook it for you?
Kathy or you.
All right.
My name's Tiffany Popejoy.
Well, how's Mr. Steve been helping with the kids?
Good. He takes them out to the farm, works them.
Yeah. Is it helping with you and Mama all taking care of them?
Well, yeah. You bring us food.
Does he provide you any like breaks or anything like that? Does it help you
Oh,
get them out
yes,
of the house?
it's lovely. So quiet.
And do the kids come back like full of energy or kind of tired after he's had them for a few
Oh, they go
hours?
to bed. They go straight to bed.
And that's a good thing?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. And you think that maybe they're doing a little bit better at home and at school?
Yeah?
Okay. So you know Chris and Elizabeth?
Yes.
And how long have you known them?
About like 5 years.
And what can you tell the church about those people? You think they're going to be good house parents?
Oh, yes, lovely. They love kids.
Yeah. And when you say that they're good people, would you say that you've gotten to know them pretty well?
Yes.
You call them any other names?
Mama Bear and Papa Bear.
Oh, yeah? And are you excited about them coming to live at the youth ranch?
Oh, yes, because that means I can visit them more. If it wasn't for Mammal, then I don't know where we would be. And, you know, something like this, it would help us.
Yeah.
Because I know some kids that are going through the same struggle as we are, you know, and yeah, their mammals are really, really old. Their parents don't care because they're on drugs. So, you doing this, I think it would help a lot. Yeah. It was last summer, and right next to us is a church, and Mama Bear and Papa Bear comes down here every summer, and they come with their church. And they had put on a play, and I'll never forget it. And it took them about an hour to play the music because the music didn't want to play. And the play, it went real deep to my heart, and it represented something. And I told Mama Bear, I said, I need to change my life. I said, because I'm ready. Samuel Popejoy.
You live here with some brothers and sisters? Yeah. Have you been going with Mr. Steve out to the youth ranch?
Most times.
Yeah. And have you helped him out in the garden some?
Yeah.
Cool. What is your favorite thing to do out there when you go with him to the farm?
Ride horses and play around.
Well, what about the youth ranch? Do you like the new house?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing about the new house?
I don't know. There's a lot of things.
Is there a creek out there?
Yeah.
Have you ever played in that creek?
Yeah, you can swim in it.
Yeah? Is that pretty fun to swim in the creek?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My name is Solomon Popejoy,
And what grade are you in, Solomon?
4th.
And do you hang out with Mr. Steve out at the youth ranch?
Yes.
How long you been hanging out with Mr. Steve?
I had 3 years.
Okay. And do you like hanging out there?
Yeah.
Well, have you helped with the garden?
Yeah.
What kind of things are you growing this year?
Potatoes, broccoli, squash, carrots, and that's all I can think of.
Now, have you seen the new house that they're building at the youth ranch?
Yeah.
And what can you tell me about it?
They're almost done with it,
Okay.
and it looks cool.
Is it big or small?
It's humongous.
And do you know how many bedrooms and bathrooms are in it?
I can't even count them all.
Okay.
There's so much.
And do you think that's a good idea to have a home like that?
Yeah.
And what do you think's the best thing about it?
The office.
What's your favorite thing about church?
Jesus.
And do they teach you about Jesus there?
Yeah.
Have you been going to Awana
Yeah.
Sunday school and church?
Yes.
You like all three of them?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some pretty good people there.
Yeah.
Have they done nice things for you?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say to them?
Thank you.
Thank you, and God bless you. God bless you all, because you know if it wasn't for you with those hearts, I wouldn't make it, and I thank you so much.